Shalom. Giving all praise to my Heavenly Father. His name is Yahweh by Yeshem, Yahweh Shai, by Yeshem Ukahakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders that rule well, and peace and many salutations to you brothers out there that's toiling in His truth. I was talking to my homegirl yesterday. She works in the snaps department, basically verifying whether or not people are committing a fraud on an application. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with SNAP is basically, in a nutshell, food stamp benefits. Okay. Now, what's going on with food stamps is because of the C-19 situation or the pandemic, people of low income were getting the max benefits from the government. Now, she was explaining to me that these benefits are to expire very soon, and it's very uncertain whether or not they're going to be renewed. Now, with the increase of food prices due to inflation, a lot of people are going to be affected by this change, and it's set to happen. It's set to expire. These provisions are set to expire actually less than a month. With the economy slowing down, and we're entering into a recession, really a depression. I can see, a lot of these various local governments slowing down on spending money. Okay, and with that, you're gonna have a lot of people dealing with food insecurity. Food insecurity basically means people are uncertain how they're gonna feed themselves or their family. Okay, so this is according to Nasdaq.com, and it was written this a few days ago, actually, like 2 days ago. So this is will SNAP food benefits increase in 2023. Okay, it says if the cost of living continues to rise, supplemental nutrition assistance program food benefits will likely increase again in October 2023. Unfortunately, that's only part of the picture. In reality, many SNAP households will see a significant decrease in their benefits. Read on for two reasons why, and one potential saving grace. These three factors will have the biggest impact on SNAP benefits in 2023. So I kind of wanted to focus on the first two. Now, number one, end of emergency allotments. It says during the C-19 pandemic, states across the country boost SNAP benefits by paying extra emergency allotments. While some states have already stopped making these extra payments, many continue to do so. It's hard to overstate the benefit of these additional cash. Although 1 in 10 Americans still experience food insecurity in 2021, hunger actually fell compared with the year before. Yeah, because people are receiving all these benefits. Okay. It says the total monthly SNAP payment usually gets calculated by taking the maximum benefit for that household and then making certain deductions. Under the emergency provisions, all SNAP recipients get the maximum benefit for their household size. So, say for instance, someone that's making $1,100, and this is I'm arbitrarily saying these things. It's $1,100, and they have a 3-person household. That person will probably be eligible for like $100, $200. Now, because they're because of the provisions that are set in place because of the pandemic, that household has the potential for getting an extra $600-700. So you're looking at, that household that was once getting $100, that same household is getting $700. You know what I'm saying? $800 a month to combat, the economic downturn. Okay, and also increasing prices. All right. So these benefits help people who are of lower class, okay, to feed themselves and a family. All right. So back to it. Households who already receive the maximum still get an extra $95. Plus, states can waiver a restriction that only lets people claim for 3 months in every 3 years. So these people are able to continually get benefits, okay, under this new provision. However, these emergency provisions are only an option for individual states while the public health emergency is in place, and it won't last forever. Right now, the health emergency is due to expire on January the 11th, 2023, okay? Just less than a month away, okay? It has been renewed every 90 days since it was announced in January 2020, but we don't yet know if authorities will introduce another 90-day extension. So it's still word whether or not there will be extension on these benefits. And if they stop these benefits, people are going to be in dire straits, man. Okay? Even if it gets extended beyond January, the public emergency will almost certainly end at some point next year. So even if it gets extended 90 days, it's going to end next year, okay? When it does, millions can lose their health insurance as well as extra food benefit payments. As a release from the Food Research and Action Center put it, families face a looming hunger cliff. So with these benefits ending next year, scheduled to end next year, regardless of whether or not, there's a 90-day extension from January the 11th, 2023, people are going to feel it next year because it's going to end. Okay? All right? So we're going to see a lot of people deal with hunger, food insecurity. And these various people are going to get desperate, and they're going to begin to do things in order for them to feed their families, like case in point, steal, rob, things of that nature. Okay, so 2023 can potentially be that year of all out chaos. This year was deemed the year as the year to turn up, which it did. It turned up in the spirit. It turned up, politically speaking. A lot of things came into play. 2023, we're going to see repercussions of that turn up, man. Okay? We're going to see, that famine really begin to hit when these benefits finally say, you know what? When these benefits finally, or the people who administer the benefits, the government, local government, say, you know what? We can't do this anymore. Okay? So, prophecy is definitely popping off the pages. Okay? I'm curious to see what the second one is going to say, and because it'll give examples, and then I want to jump to the scriptures. Okay, 2. SNAP benefit amounts aren't due to change again until October 2023. Almost every American household has been impacted by spiraling living costs this year, and lower income families have been the hardest hit. At the start of each fiscal year, the start of October, SNAP benefits are adjusted to match changes in living costs. For example, SNAP benefits increased by 12.5% in October. The maximum benefit for a family of 4 is now $9.39. The trouble is the system simply isn't set up for double-digit prices increase across a single year. Annual adjustments only go so far in time of high inflation. So, what's going on is, or what the article explaining is, every October, people's benefits are adjusted to combat inflation. You know what I'm saying, or increase the cost of living. But what's going on is this inflation is so out of control. Even if they increase these prices by 12%, people are still going to be in trouble, man, because the cost of food is getting so high. And I can attest to that. You know, my wife yesterday, called her my homegirl too, went and got some ground beef. I'm talking about a small package. It was like $7, man. She had to get 2 to make, some soup. It was like $14 for. I'm talking about small package, Shakim. I'm starting, and I know what I'm noticing even when I shop, how small the packaging of various items, of various foods is getting. It's actually a term called shrinkflation. And shrinkflation is basically charging people more, or the same, or even more in our case, for less of an amount. Case in point, you buy a Gatorade for was once 16 ounces, for $2. Now they're selling a smaller packaging of that Gatorade. Say for instance, 14 ounces for $2.60. So you're getting less for your money. Okay. So with these adjustments that they do every October, every fiscal year, they're not able to combat inflation. Okay. On top of the fact that these benefits are provisions that was established because of the pandemic, they're going to be done away with. So people are going to receive less benefits all around. Okay. All right. This is very, very, very serious, brothers and you sisters out there. Back to it. I believe I read this, but I'm gonna read it again. The trouble is the system simply isn't set up for double-digit price increases across a single year. Annual adjustments only go so far in time of high inflation. As time passes, our dollars, whether SNAP benefits or cash in the bank, doesn't buy as much. If inflation continues to rise at the current rate, food prices could rise another 10% or more by September 2023. Let's hope that doesn't happen. But unless the system changes or inflation slows, with every passing month, people will get less food for the same amount of benefits. Okay? which I just explained to you all. So we are about to see, all of us are about to see, or continue to see increase in prices of food because of inflation. And this is going to affect low economic households that are receiving these various benefits. Okay? And this is going to cause eventually what? Well, we've always been prophesying about a famine. Excuse me. Now, let's go to 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. And we always bring this out. Now it's popping off the pages, y'all. So we're living in some very, very, very beautiful, ominous, scary times all in one. This is what we've been waiting for. Okay? 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And when people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. As this economic turmoil begins to increase to where it's going to affect everybody in the U.S., extreme thought is going to flourish, and also sedition among man, or wars among people is going to occur because of, one, lack of resources, and two, because people are going to be looking for answers. Okay? And that's when, these various extreme groups are going to be more appealing to the masses. All right? You're going to see more so-called white nationalists stand up, so-called black nationalists stand up. You know what I'm saying? Latino nationalists stand up, okay? All these isms, you know what I'm saying, are going to clash at one another because people aren't secure. Okay? The only reason why Americans aren't fighting one another because they could go get a sandwich or go, you know what I'm saying, have sex, you know what I'm saying, or go F themselves somewhere. Alright? And pop a pill and drink a Gatorade and go to a movie. When all that is taken away, people are going to be upset, man. for lack of a better term, people are going to be ready to fight. Alright? Verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the courses of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. That's right, there's going to be checkpoints in these areas. They're going to cut things off because of the economic turmoil. We could see this turning up next year, brothers. This is very plausible. All right? It might not happen. That's fine. But it's going to happen in our in our near future. And we, as prophets of Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua, we have to report. Okay? Right? Back to it. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed. A man shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. So people are going to be breaking into each other's house, trying to get food, man. Okay? Trying to feed their family. And we are in that time in which we could see this in, again, the near future, especially with the situation of the SNAP program, which is scheduled to end next year. The expiration date is again January the 11th, 2023. That they could extend it 90 days, but it's going, as the article said, it's going to end next year, right? Regardless of whether or not it's an extension. Okay? So again, a lot of people are going to be dealing with famine real soon. All right. So I pray this is edifying. Just want to report this, this finding. Giving all praise to my Heavenly Father. His name is Yahweh by Yeshim. Yahweh Shah by Yeshim Kahakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of New York and Connecticut. And peace, many salutations to you brothers out there that's kicked this word of putting your life on the line, sacrificing your life. The Lord see you. Shalom.